Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, now... Okay, there we go. Sound is now finally work. Wow, that was horrible. Okay. Turns out my mic just wasn't set up properly to my computer since I messed with some audio stuff earlier. Hello everyone, I can finally actually talk to you. Welcome back to another very reliable stream that I'm actually streaming somewhat reliably now, so uh that totally won't fix when, I get a job. But I am starting work on a new project. And yeah, it's right beside that thing. And I'm gonna be going, you know a guy? Sure. I did apply in some places, so I'm waiting to see what happens. I don't think that you would have known what exactly what I did with the audio, but do you know anything about CNC programming? I know things about some programming, but um that feels like that might be a little bit more than what I can do. But, I'm open to anything if you have like any information you can send it. Not on stream, but you can send it. On stream you said not on stream. Holy sound break. Did I turn my microphone up too high? I think I'm so now my microphone's probably sounding great, right? Okay. There we go. That should be a little bit lower if I'm just talking quite loud. Red, the coffee shop across the road from me is hiring. You should 100%. Yeah, let me just book a flight to the location that you live every time I go to work. That sounds great. So how on earth are you gonna place that many blocks using holoprint? Um, just a little bit at a time. The pack that I currently have enabled is only a small percentage of the total blocks, and then I'm just gonna do one at a time. I have arrows, so I can kind of show you. This pack has only those three structures. How much it took you to get the resources? I don't have all the resources, so I'm just going to start building, and then I'm going to use some other members to help me get the other resources. But I do need some blocks. And also, if you're noticing the stream's a little bit framey while I was flying out, That's because of armor stands. Anytime there's armor stands in an area, then my game starts crying. Yeah. I am just getting like a couple shulkers of stones, so then I have something to place concrete powder on. Which, that's something I'm wondering. Why did I choose to use concrete powder? It's not a great block to do large builds with. Stone. Could I... Do I think I can do deep slate? Yeah. For any Guild Rock members still watching, I still do need a little bit of sand and a little bit of gravel for this project. Isn't there a concrete powder duper? That's not allowed on Guild Rock. It was voted on by the members that gravity block dupers are a little bit overpowered. We did add a feature where husks drop sand, so now it's possible to farm every single like sand and gravel. But honestly, mining the sand is... Alright, has it been 2 weeks? You suck at knowing what time it is, right, Mr. Newman? You woke up 2 hours... Don't you have like a job that you need to do? Or is that just not on Thursdays? I gotta pick my own hours? Oh. Okay. The fact we reset parts of the server every month also makes it easier to get sound. Also, I only annihilated, like, I don't know how many chunks, but it's not a lot of area that needs to get destroyed for this project to be built. This concrete placing is gonna get annoying. Sterling in all caps. What about Sterling? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, you know what? enjoy school while you're there. Yes, some things aren't great about school and it can suck, but enjoy it, or just do what Mr. Newman does and give the minimal effort. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, but that's definitely a technique I've seen been done. Just somehow magically gained half a stack of stone bricks. Banned. You passed? Yeah, you did pass. I can confirm. You figured out the minimal amount of effort required to graduate. I didn't know that could happen just moving stuff in inventory. You should play some Terraria. Why? Why would I play Terraria when I can play Minecraft? Minecraft is objectively better than Terraria, and anyone who disagrees will get banned from my chat. Also, how do I ban someone? I don't know. You know what? That's fine if you're still questioning what you're gonna do after high school. Have I played it? Yes, I have played it. Slash ban? Okay, so if I were to go into chat and type slash ban Zenith MC. That? Okay. Maxi love Terraria? Okay. One moment. Just... ban Max. Ban... Oh. I should have really changed... Wait, I can change the opacity of these blocks, right? I have an amethyst shard. Okay. There we go. Now I can see. Genuinely famous last words. Minimum is 15%. I think this is 15%. I might have to edit the packs then. Concrete powder, wool, and snow have more distinct textures. Because I intentionally chose them because they have very similar textures. like this. This looks like snow. So I think all that is snow. I'm playing Terraria right now because no one is playing Minecraft. Hey, I should join a server. Yeah, you should apply for a server. Like, I think that would help with, like, I don't know, activity. Like, yeah. Why haven't you applied yet at all? Like, come join us. Zenith is actually inspired from the Infinity +1 sword. Am I supposed to know what Infinity +1 sword is? Oh. Oh, that's water. Because the people on your server have it out for me. Wolf has it out for you. Honestly, Mr. Newman, Wolf is like that to pretty much all applicants. He's really hard on them just to make sure that, honestly, part of the reason is so he knows how you. Yes, he does. They all hate me. No, they don't all hate you. I mean, I can't say for myself, but you know, I think some of them like you. Which, it's not a bad hard on applicants. It's just to make sure, you know, it. When you get into a voice call with a cat wolf, he is definitely not that intimidating as he seems when chatting, like with text. Well, the Starforge is done, so if it's 2 week is done, then I can reapply with the one big build I have done, also with details. Well, I would say that don't just focus on big builds, but also add a little bit of like maybe some smaller builds that you try to perfect in a way. Put more than enough energy to make them good builds that you're happy of. Even if you only end up building one build when in that same time you'd usually build multiple. Wolf is still very scary. Well, I'd say he's not that scary. I mean, he is sleeping right now. So, if you're afraid of Wolf finding out about this, then, you don't need to worry. I don't play Minecraft if I don't got anyone to play with. It's hard to build when I don't play. Fair enough. But just think of, if you build a couple builds, then, you know, you could, play some extra with many members. Like, right now, there's 5 members online. Yeah, exactly. He's easy to get along once you know him. Wow, why did I make this tree so just weird? When's next upload? I am getting really close to finishing off a video on like that build over there. It's gonna share a bunch of details about how all the redstoning works, some of the troubles I went through while building it. I think overall it'll be a fairly solid upload. It's no TNT cannon, so there's probably going to be some people who are going to be begging for an orbital strike cannon because I don't know, that seems like something that part of my audience would do. Which I'm thinking an orbital strike cannon video will probably come out. Well, if you want to know when it comes out, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because then you'll be notified every time I upload, which isn't a lot, but don't make fun of me. Then if you're subscribed, then make sure to hit the notification bell if you really care that much about knowing when I upload. Okay. Well, then you should be notified when I do finally hit the upload button. You can't donate? I don't know if I have much of that set up. I think I should have like my channel hooked up, like monetized properly, but I'm not 100% sure. There might be a problem with that. Well, I thought I did, but I'm not like 100% sure. So that can be something that I set up afterwards. I'm not going through more technical garbage on this stream. I already messed with the audio a little bit to get things set up. Honestly, the fact that someone's wanting to donate, that just that feels weird to me. So, thank you. I might have it set up next time I stream or upload. Okay, thank you. Did you just witness a deja vu moment? I don't remember what deja vu is. What? Just kidding. Oh. Okay, it's a little... It's a little bit hard to parkour around this tree, since I have no clue where the branches are. Well, I do have a clue, just it's hard to see. Okay, that's the height of all the spruce. I think there should be a spruce block there. Okay, that should be all the spruce. By the way, Red, I'm getting you 6 more gravel shulkers, which should get you 12 concrete shulkers. Okay. I do have all the, well, not all the sand, but I have a lot more sand than gravel, so gravel is the material that would help me the most. Yesterday, I just went out and spent my evening mining sand. Okay, I need spruce leaves. One of these should have spruce. There. Of course it's the green one, because leaves are green. Maybe I should resort to doing the tree layer by layer. I think that would be a lot easier. There. Now I can actually see all the blocks I need to place and make sure I get all of them placed correctly. Right, that should be snow. The stream's description had me dead for 2 minutes. Yeah. I just decided. So, the program I'm using to stream saves the stream description, but the box is so short, it's super hard to write anything in it. So, over multiple streams, I've slowly been adding to the nonsense that is my description. I'm just adding just complete garbage in there. that layer is all done. Well, at least it's not AI generated. Wait, you actually checked to see if it was AI generated? Like you went on one of those websites? Okay, I think I need to make a texture pack for next stream so then I can tell the blocks apart easily. Wait, that's not the right shulker. I need to take from the one that's already been taken from. There we go. 3 stacks of wool. Didn't have to. It did proved itself. Like, simply the nonsense that I was writing was so convincingly not AI, you didn't even need to check. Because if that's the case, then I at least succeeded at... Wait, what texture pack were you talking about? I want to make a texture pack that makes... this concrete, white wool, and snow easier to tell apart. So then I can place things at a way faster rate. Because right now... Okay, once I get to next layer, I can kind of explain what I'm thinking. Next layer. I'm going around. What block is this? I have to look at it. Use brain power to identify. This is wool. And then I have to look at my inventory. Use extra brain power to figure out wool is 4th slot. So just outline each one with a different color. Either that or exaggerate the differences between the blocks. Like, concrete powder is speckled. So, if I make the texture even more speckled, so then the dark spots, like that dark spot right there and that dark spot right there, are essentially black, and just have it really noisy, then I'll be able to identify that it's concrete powder really easily. Wool is kind of more of a stripy texture, so if I exaggerate the differences in wool, then I'll be able to identify that easier. Is that's snow? Oh, I'm gonna have so many wrongly placed blocks because of this. But also, I don't care if they're... You ran out of questions? Okay. But I don't really care if I mix up a couple pieces of snow with wool, because they're so similar it doesn't really matter at all. Have you tried placing them right? Okay. One moment. There we go. He should be gone now. How dare you critique the streamer? Well, you're not the streamer right now of this stream, so your opinion doesn't matter. Oh. Your point is no? Okay. Well. This tree is looking really close to being done. Also, if it isn't clear, I actually do care about your opinion, Mr. Newman. That was a joke. Please don't dox me. Whatever happened to Sammy's server? Oh. How would I say? Yeah, you know the 2-week Minecraft phase that a lot of people go through? I feel like it was that kind of thing, and then now it's not really happening. And I think Sam is playing different games. Also, Sam is just such a generic, no, I play Minecraft almost every night. I'm saying most people. I'm specifying most. Exactly, Sterling. Wait, other games exist? Okay. Wait, I think I reached the end of that. That's a fat tree. That's what the 3D model said. The 3D model has the tree like that. Since it's more cartoony, then they can be a little bit fat. I've never been into it because none of my friends here like playing Minecraft. They're distracted with soccer/shorter games. Okay. Well, when I talk about 2-week Minecraft phase, I'm thinking like, you and your friends create a world, and then it's thriving. First week, tons of people online. Like, not surprising to see 5 people online during the afternoon. And then, after week 1, it kind of dies down a little bit. And then by the second week, there's maybe like, or not by the second week, but later end of the second week, there's a couple people online. And then by the third week, maybe one, and it's just like dead. And then for a month, you end up waiting. And then new server gets released. Enter new 2-week phase because, yeah. Thankfully, I haven't been a part of too many of those, like 2-week Minecraft phase servers. Kind of because one of the servers I was a part of was one with me and some friends, like IRL friends. Have you applied for Chinese citizenship? Why? I'm happy living in Canada. So, no. By the way, your eyesore of a half-done house is still sitting in the well, I finished that house. Or at least I finished a lot of it. It's not like you can get on that server and look at the house. It's not an eyesore anymore. Last I saw it when it was half done. It's not half done anymore. Don't you know I can just log onto your server whenever I want because I know your passwords? Well, I'm not gonna name it on stream because, you know, privacy and stuff. Is there any anarchy server to join? Um, hmm. Guild Rock anarchy server. Well, if you treat Guild Rock like an anarchy server, then I think you're not going to be lasting too long. I think that's a Java server. I guess when I first played Minecraft, or not when I first played Minecraft, but when I first played Minecraft with people online, then the first server I joined was an anarchy server, kind of. And for being an anarchy server, number one, it wasn't really active, so at some point it kind of just didn't feel great being on it because there wasn't really anything going on. But I did meet some people that I don't really do things with them very much now, but we kind of continued with some more anarchy flavored stuff. And that was until I joined Guild Rock. Do anarchy servers last long? Ones that are maintained well and have a fairly large following, like 2B2T, they last, well, they don't reset. And they just have a continual influx of players. So some anarchy servers, yes. Some anarchy servers go through the 2-week Minecraft phase that I was talking about earlier. Kind of like the one that I was a part of when I first... That was the first server that I joined with people who I didn't know IRL. How should I go about reapplying? I need community... I'm not sure if I understand what your message is. How should I go about reapplying? I'm guessing period. I need community... Okay. I wouldn't call lifesteal true anarchy. Should you copy paste or rewrite? When I reapplied, I did both. So I copied and pasted, but then used that message, worked from there. Freshen up your old one with new pictures. I would say what Sterling said. Uh, and then also, like, okay, your application last time did feel a little bit unserious, so I feel like you could have added more information. I know that you're not very serious, like you yourself, and hate writing anything serious, so it's okay to keep like that very you personality, but I would say try and make it more informative. And okay, there's an application guideline, and I'd say I don't know how much you've read over that, but checking that out a little bit. Or you could use AI. Max? I would be able to tell if that guy used AI to write. If that guy, Mr. Newman, writes anything with some sort of formal writing, it's probably AI. If anything makes sense, it's not you. No, I'm going to disagree with that. Some stuff you say does actually make some sense. I'd just say maybe I don't know how well your punctuation was last time on your application, but having good punctuation, or at least not bad punctuation. Trampoline tester? Well, isn't that what you wanted to be when you grew up? A trampoline tester? What's bad, very bad? Comedian is what fits better? Spelling? Words? Okay. Well, I would say just do what you can. Show that you're putting effort into it. Also, I will just say that right now, Guildrock is wanting more uh, content creators and that kind of thing because recently it's been a little bit lacking. Just, am I helping with not uploading? Not really, but um, I'm streaming, so at least that counts for something. By the way, the 15 projects pictures, can they be from different worlds? Yes. Just Guildrock is a it's not an anarchy server. There really isn't any anarchy flavor. It's more of just a group of friends on a Minecraft server. And I'd say the rules, like there's some rules like no killing players without their permission. That rule's kind of been broken several times. It's a little bit relaxed if like we're a group of friends, so we kind of mostly know where our boundaries are. What about PvP? There's a PvP arena where you can duel players, but it isn't like you just show up to their base and drop kick them. And yeah, Max says, it depends on the person. Some are okay with dying, some aren't. I think some would think of like just getting dropped. They would find that annoying. And then you have P and Mouse who just bully each other constantly, and then, you know. Rule 1 about Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. I wasn't talking about anything. You? I wasn't talking about you. Oh. You want to join because you never joined a server before? Well, I would say I have been sharing some tips with making an application, like, like what exactly? I don't know. I would say, do you want to join a server like Guildrock where it isn't about PvP? Because it seems like you have an interest in PvP. I know I do too as well. But I also have an interest in building and doing redstone. Which, you know, I kind of just named all of Minecraft, so yeah, I'm kind of just interested in all of Minecraft, but if you are interested in building or redstone, then I would say just try and show us that that's something that you're interested in. Wow, really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely agree with Sterling on that one. If you want to join Guildrock, look at the previous applications. Look at the previous applications if you are interested in joining. There's a lot of information there on what, like, a lot of advice. Look at what gets in, what doesn't, what kind of reasons people have been declined for, and whatever you do, try to at least follow the application guideline, somewhat follow it. Look over your application. I was declined because they have it out for Nah, I just didn't want you on the server because you would dox me. That's all. No other reason. Like, I'm just making sure you know that our server has standards. And that not having builds that are considered good enough by some members can result in an application being declined. But also, your skill level at Minecraft isn't everything. There are members that have simply been accepted because their build, or because they showed us that they are really dedicated to Minecraft. When is the next cool trap vid? I made an SMP video of you using your how to break bedrock. Traps. What would I say? Well, I do know of a trap that's kind of a... If someone falls for it, they're dead. Like, no escape, they're dead. There's the arrow cannon, but... Is that trap, or is that just an artillery cannon? Hello, Fabian. Yes, I know my builds are bad. Don't gotta tell me 40 more times. We've seen worse. And that's what you're... show us that you can improve, because that's also something that we look at. If we see multiple applications and we see quite a bit of improvement, that gives us, I guess, promise that you can improve, and that as you play, you'll get better and better, and in some time, you'll be a talented builder. I guess building talent isn't everything, because we've had a lot of talented builders that haven't played a whole ton, and to be honest, there isn't much use in a talented builder being on the server if they aren't using that talent. Which, yes, some do have very much valid excuses. That's fine. I'm not, like, mad at them or anything, but when looking through new applicants, dedication is also an important thing. Well, I wouldn't say that you're just straight up bad at building. I would just say that, you know what, you have room to improve. Because, uh, how would I say it? I feel like if you tried, instead of making something just simply big, and then once it's okay, then moving on to another build. I think if you put time into one specific build, you could make it not amazing, but a good build. You did one good build? Exactly. If you try, then you can make a good build. What would you say was the one good build? The Starforge? And you see, that's one of your new builds. So, what that'll show is, in a month, you built that. So that shows the server that you can, number one, play for more than 2 weeks, and that you can work on big projects and other things. I'm gonna name one thing I can make with ease, then it will be an expandable auto sorter with redstone. What Sterling said. Okay. It shows that you're clearly interested in Star Wars and that you can do other things than just a medieval styled build. It was like 140 hours I'll never get back. But that shows you never want to look at stone again. Well, that shows us that like you're all alone on that server essentially with a bunch of IRL friends, but not a lot of them are passionate about Minecraft. And that shows me that if you're able to do that alone, then if you were to join Guild Rock, you might be able to do even more. No one plays? Oh yeah, even though I'm technically a part of it, I kind of have Guild Rock, which that's my excuse for not playing. I had to mine redstone from other people's chat. I want to make like really big, like 400 by 4, but the results I get is 30 by 40 square house. 400 by 400 is absolutely massive, so it's okay if you don't build that large. Six out of 10 will be 4 months. Oh, right. That's confusing because you Americans use a different way of doing dates. Oh, 1010. Yeah, that makes things a lot easier because even if you confuse days and months, then it's the same thing. I can show it to you right now. Wait for the DM. Okay. I'm probably not going to take a look at it on stream, depending on how I feel, but afterwards, I'll take a look. Okay. Now, how big is this going to be? Yeah, that's a question I don't want to answer. How big is this going to be? You can take a look at the thumbnail of this stream, and that build is... What's uh-oh? Bigger than what I want to spend time on? Well, I'm spending time on it anyways, so deal with it. Ah, that concrete solidified. That'll just be there. Check my DMs on Discord. Okay. I guess I don't really see anything. Oh wait, I do see it. Okay. I'm redoing the storage system I made because I don't like the way it looks. So a full thing is gonna be gone in a matter of days and then maybe remade if a matter of weeks. Why don't you like it? The result were way worse than the picker I sent you. Okay. The concrete solidified. Oh well. Probably shouldn't do concrete on that level anyway. I think the biggest point of the server is to challenge yourself with talent here. If you want to stay in the same bubble, it can take away from some members saying yes. Okay. Yeah, that... I would say Sterling's message definitely makes sense. And I would say, yeah, some people may decline if they feel like you don't really want to get better at all. Or if you just want to continue doing what you have always been doing. I don't really blame myself, but the fact that there's no references that matches my interests. I guess, what do you mean by that? When you say references? Yeah, I can confirm that Sterling is working a lot with different members to learn Redstone. IRL builds that you can recreate. I don't really have many, like, historically significant builds in my area that have cool architecture. So I haven't really built many things that I've seen in my area. So I'll often look, like, Europe has a lot of architecture that I really like, a lot of the more medieval stuff. But, okay, I'm not much of a medieval builder, so for me, I like more futuristic styled, even though I haven't really done a whole ton of it on Guild Rock. How dare, it's the coolest. Like, our area? Building things from films or TV shows is cool. Well, I'm kind of building something from a video game right now. Currently, the track I'm making is Mario Kart 8 rendition of 3DS Rosalina's Ice World. And I'm building it because, you know, it's a cool ice track. Pun intended. Or games, yeah. As you can see, Max is always right, and anyone who disagrees will be banned from chat. Unless if Max says anything that I disagree with, then Max himself will be banned. Do I need to get out your school grades and maybe then people will realize that you are occasionally wrong? Name one time. Your math exam? Well, that still leaves a 10% window of you're wrong in that. So 10% of the questions you were wrong. Which that goes against your statements of always being not wrong. Not fake news. But you just... You told me that your grade was... You're wrong. Name one time. I did. I named a time, okay? Never happened. You just barely said it happened. You said that you got 90% on your math exam. That means 10% of it was wrong. And then you also said you were never wrong, which those are two statements that are contradicting each other. What is Monlord? Is that something from a game? Am I the only one that doesn't know what that is? Terraria's final boss? Oh. That's why I don't know what it is. It's okay. For those of you who actually play Mario Kart 8, this part of the ice is that right after the first section where you kind of go around, you make a right turn around the ice hole that goes down for a long time. But in the first section, I don't know if I'm describing it good, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know. And I'm gonna fix the first problem. I didn't log onto my world since I died in the nether by a gas and rage quit. Imagine dying. Couldn't be me. Okay, this is gonna be painful to build up these walls. Or at least I think. Wait, I could do it. I have the layer adjusters. Never mind. Should be fine. And by the way, I still didn't beat the game. I didn't even find a fortress. Well, that's a good challenge that you can try and achieve. Finding a fortress is probably... I feel like that's probably one of the harder parts about a speedrun, or at least time consuming. Since fortresses are... They're randomly generated. They're decently rare. And it feels kind of luck-based, whether you stumble upon a fortress or not. You can increase the chances by increasing your speed of navigation. Well, once I reach the end, I'll try to zero the cycle the Ender Dragon on Bedrock. Build a full-scale, fully stocked Walmart. Who would even come up with an idea like that? And for a fully stocked Walmart, I would need to buy out everyone. And I feel like there might be some unhappy customers then. You're building one in your server? Okay. Yep. Now that I have all the snowy stuff in place, I can now move on to... I think I'm going to do the tree now. Key highlights being a gun section full of crossbows and mandatory fish section. Sounds like an American Walmart to me. Okay, I don't even think that Americans sell pew pews in Walmarts. Wait, they do? Well, then I'm hoping that they have a fairly secure section for that. But wow, that's a very American thing. Imagine lightning strikes the wall. Fire tick is off on this server. This wall will never ignite because, well, no fire tick means lightning can't set it on fire, or at least if it does, then the fire will stay there and not spread. It will ignite, it just won't burn out. Exactly. I like how you answer the first 3 seconds, then analyze it afterwards. Wow, that's a comment. One happy mod we have is creepers are neutralized. They don't do any damage because a lot of go AFK and it doesn't. Every other explosion works? Why would you have something that only every other explosion works, or having it something like that? Unless if it's like a broken thing. Yeah, just spawn proof your AFK spot that tends to stop mobs. You don't want to fill those holes all the time. Yeah. I know that there's add-ons for Bedrock Edition that neutralize creepers. I played on a world like that once. I mean, I didn't really have any problems with it. But I think it does take some out of the Minecraft experience. To avoid that problem, our server uses, this season, an ancient city. But for shopping districts and gaming areas, we use mushroom islands and ancient cities, which are places that mobs don't spawn. So it's in the public areas where a lot of people are a lot of the time, there isn't much risk of creepers blowing up. And a lot of us place torches down to light up our builds. As you can see, I'm an example of someone who also loves lighting up a base. Like, all of this is clearly lit up by torches. Isn't there a menu for hull print instead of items? You're right. I think there is. Oh. Like that toggles rendering. Oh yeah, there is one. And then I can click up, I'm guessing. Or, wow. You got hot dogs on your back? Nice. When you pick a seed for a server, you just have to have a good sized mushroom island close to. Yeah, and that fixes shopping district. Yes, definitely. Our server this time did an ancient city. I don't mind the ancient city personally, but I think that's probably going to be a one-time thing. I think it's a cool novelty thing for one season, but I don't know if I want it every single time. Or you could path all the district. I don't know. Can mobs spawn on path blocks? And also, just adding some light can also really help the mob situation. Okay. Oh, the server's restarting. It said 5 minutes. Well, I'm blind, so I can't see that. Pathing takes away from the build. Yeah. Oftentimes members will, like, do stairs on their roofs and stuff. Players will do, like, stairs and stuff on their roofs. Carpets, I know. Slabs. They'll do that. So then mobs don't spawn on their roofs, and they only need to worry about lighting the bottom. You're still playing on 1.21.8? Well, all of us are enjoying the nice new copper features. Yeah, since they made that improvement. Lighting is a lot more effective now. You don't need as much torch spam. I think overall that was a good change. I should, when/if I join, just change a whole biome into path blocks. Well, make sure you claim the area first. Oh boy, I think my brother's home. Nope, that's my mom. Never mind. Brothers, am I right? Or cover the end in obsidian for no reason. I have 50 shulker boxes of obsidian if you want to use that. But I would suggest, like, doing something creative with the obsidian. You mean that? No. Okay. More wood. I don't think I brought enough spruce wood for all the trees. Should I use chunk base to look for a fortress? Well, if you want to, you can. Okay. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I kind of do the same thing anyways, so... Yeah. Started a case last night. Case? I don't know what that... Castle. Oh. Well then, I'm going... Okay. See, castles are cool. Yeah, castles are cool. Just I don't always build castles, because I think other things are also cool. Slash execute at E type. That's not formatted correctly. So it would be slash execute at E type equals zenith MC or slash execute at e type equals what? What are you even trying to do? Slash execute at with at e, insert all the different things. The semicolon can't be used, and then you need to close it off again with square brackets, space, run, space, summon lightning bolt, and then the 3 squigglies. Okay, now I think I can finally start working on the cyan wall. Okay, wool. That's the wool I have. Snow back in. Concrete back in. There. That should give me enough space for some cyan wool. Warped wart. Don't think I'll get to prismarine bricks, but yep, concrete powder. Also, sterling. I think it would really help me if I had access to warped wood for this project. There's a bunch of shulkers that I was thinking Wolf was gonna get. I don't know if he will, but I know you're a part of his guild, so that warped wood could help quite a bit with the construction of this garbage thing that I'm building right now. We sell. You can work for a bulk deal. Okay. Okay, then I'll just need to contact Wolf about getting a ludicrous amount of warped wood. Since it is his farm and he does most of the work on it. Okay. Once I get high enough, I'll have to stop because change layer mode. What does that do? I have kind of taken over the OG Guardian farm and made improvements. Okay. I'm not too familiar with the OG Guardian farm, but I guess that does split the work between you and Wolf. Well, a Catawolf, Sterling Wolf. We have too many wolves on here. I think that's just regular concrete. Yes, Wolf tends to be protective of his farms. So it just shows... Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really want people clogging... Hello? Did something happen? Change structure. There. I'm gonna have to convert more concrete. Each one of these armor stands are causing lag because initially when I was setting up this thing, I was going to use Structura until, well, Structura lags my game a lot. For some reason, Holoprint I think is more efficient than Structura. I'm back, and did you find too much structures? Not... Okay, I don't think I quite understand your message. But welcome back. Wait a sec. With a limited amount of concrete that I'm going to be using now, I don't think it makes sense for me to do anything too crazy to convert the concrete. But I could also just show you my wither cage that I have. Maybe show you the obsidian farm. You're looking in chunk base for structures, and coincidentally you found a trial chamber under your base. Well, trial chambers are fairly common, so yeah, that'll happen from time to time, and it'll help you get some resources that trial chambers have a lot easier. My farms, you just place and it floods all at once, then a beacon gives you haste to break it all. I am going to try something different. Why did I bring out, like, only 4 stacks of concrete? Smart. Are the end chunks pruned every month? Yes. End chunks are pruned every month. And chest plate and a pressure plate? Yeah. It's a renamed thing. Did you read my comment of 4 stacks and just go with that? I don't know. I forgot to bring the rest of the concrete. But here's my obsidian farm. It is very not user friendly, but Oh yeah, and all this is completely useless. I was going to use tons of cauldrons and lava, but no, there's a different way of doing things. Yeah, this is the collection system. Let's steel hoppers. Honestly, picking up the hoppers is just too much of a hassle. Okay. To make this a wither cage for concrete harvesting, I can just Why? Okay. The walls... Wait, what? Okay, this might be harder than I thought, but... Also, it seems like a couple pieces of... You need to place it in the middle because the water turns to source. I think I'll just have a machine that I guess I place into and that pushes it into the wither cage. I thought that waterlogged stairs would just be able to... Like, this is waterlogged. I thought it could just convert it even though it's waterlogged, but apparently no. Anyways, where will... Okay, that's where all the concrete ends up. To make this obsidian farm work, all I do is I have my... Actually, no. First of all, I make sure the right dispensers have water buckets in them. I forget which ones those are. What games do I play? Just Minecraft. I think it's that one and that one that have water buckets. And in real life? What do you mean by in real life? I guess if you're talking about like sports, I don't really do much of that. I guess now that it's summer, there is a sport, disc golf, that I do play a little bit with my brother. It's essentially golf with a disc. No hockey. Yeah, the thing about hockey is... Okay, it's working. Hockey is a massive investment financially. Yeah, don't question how the lava is being generated. But this is how the obsidian farm works. All that lava goes into here. These dispensers dispense the lava into the wither cage. And then... the items do take some time to just funnel in. I think I hate redstone even more now. You hate me? Or are you talking about just redstone in general? Okay, now all the obsidian's down. How do you tap the wither with bedrock? This is an end gateway. And gateways have bedrock. And I just removed some of the bedrock and the end gateway part of the gateway so then I could stick a wither in. And it has nothing to do with the storage thing I'm macing. I think you're being sarcastic. Then how did you remove the gateway? The pickle glitch. A long time ago there was a thing you could do with pickles. I think it'll actually be a bigger hassle to use this thing right now. Unless if I do some quick redstoning. Yeah. Isn't like I took all my resources out of this area. And I have no redstone materials at all. Okay. Let's see. How about that spot? I think that... Hello, Epic Cool Dog. You don't have gaps or e-gaps? I do, just they aren't on me right now. I usually use them for wither mining. Even I have a redstone choker on me at all times. I don't have a redstone choker on me at all times. That's because I don't know. My dad says hi. I should probably get a redstone shulker box. And, like, some basic material shulkers. Just I feel like I would run out of the resources quite quickly. Yeah, my dad just said nothing because he caught on to me streaming. Wow, this is so entertaining. Please leave a like and subscribe for more concrete placing. Okay, how do I increase the speed of this? I would need a bucket to increase it, and I don't have one at this current moment. Because I don't have iron in my ender chest, because I have all my stuff in one spot. Oh, this is like premium content right here. Just some guy placing concrete, listening to the wither break blocks constantly. This is so efficient. Oh, that's the wrong spot. Only legends know what happens after placing concrete powder. Exactly. Oh, that's wrong spot. Oh. That guy's here. Yeah, I'm going to find a better way of doing this. Last season, I had a proper concrete converter. This time, yeah, 4 stacks for now will be enough. This is not worth going all this distance for that. That was so inefficient. And now I have to travel to the nearest end gateway from there. Oh wait, I need to turn this machine off. Okay. End gateway should be around here somewhere. Maybe a couple 100 blocks more. 3 viewers, well, legendary 3 guys. Yeah, exactly. Only 3 people could stand watching me place concrete powder. Okay, I definitely missed the gateway. Oh, there. And we are back. Back to placing actual blocks instead of waiting for concrete powder to just concrete powder. Oh, wrong block. It's kind of sad that Guildrock doesn't get that much appreciation, even though there's some crazy projects. Yeah, it would be nice to have Guildrock get, like, more players. And just being more well known. That would be nice, but you know, not everyone can be the most well-known server out there. Your favorite verb is concrete powder. Verb, what's that? I heard a ping. Don't know what that was. Java Redstone sucks? Exactly. Bedrock is better. We have better communities like Guildrock SMP. We have, we're just better. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Anyways, what did you do, Mr. Somebody? Okay, and what's that storage system? Pain, that's what I did. Why? Why? What's poorly done about it? Was the redstone poorly done, or did you, like, take the redstone from somewhere? Like, mining it from other people's chests, like, that kind of thing? Oh no, I'm just bad at redstone. To me, it looks like a bunch of item filters. It doesn't look too bad to me. My poor chat has no clue what's going on. The thing is, it's Java redstone, so yuck. You're expanding your island by a few hundred blocks. Well, at the rate that you've been expanding, then that totally makes sense. Does that mean there's room for another max spot? No. Wow. This looks like we did so little today in the grand scheme of things. It's 10 p.m. right now. Time goes too slow, but who cares? I think next layer is going to be pure concrete. Or at least, I think it'll be pure concrete. Only have one stack left, so we'll need to solidify more concrete soon. And then, yeah, this layer now incorporates wool. I guess 10 p.m. That's 6 hours ahead. Yeah. My brother might be coming down, and he might just want me to shut up or something. 9 hours for me. Hello. Anyways, what's the craziest build or redstone project you've ever built? In survival, it probably was that ultimate tic-tac-toe thing. But outside of survival, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know, but yep, this is what we accomplished in the stream. Still doesn't look like a lot, but slowly over time, this thing will be built. Anyways, see you everyone. Maybe see you next stream.